Now, do you ever find that people want to, like, now that you're in a position that they expect you to bring them in, or, you know, they expect you to, like, okay, you've got a deal, so, you know, can you get me a deal? How do you deal with that?
I had that a lot in my area recently, where the young guys are like, oh, but you've never brought us through, da, la, la. For me, I think it's a liberty, because I think everyone has grafted to where they've got to. Like, you've had to work hard to get to where you are, and the majority of artists, I will say, because, like, you know, you have the X Factor artists who get put on a platform, but the majority of artists, they have to work hard, and it takes years. Like, so, yeah, it takes years and years. Like, Wretch has been doing it for years, and he's only just been recognised, and now he's at a place where he's doing well. I think it's a liberty, but then, you know, there's the ignorance there. They don't understand that's how things work. You could, I'm not really in a position where I could bring someone through as well, because I still have to prove myself to Atlantic. They could just drop me like that, you know, so it's hard.
So for you, what is the motivation for you to actually make music? Because most people, they want to be musicians for different reasons, whether it's the lifestyle, the money, but for you, what made you think you actually want to be an artist?
I just love doing music. I love everything about music. I even love the stresses, because I always find in hard times, I always, like, when things aren't going so well, I think that's the best time for me, because that's when I'm most focused and I know what I need to work on. Everything motivates me, like even being signed to Atlantic. They have huge artists on their roster, like Aretha Franklin, Bruno Mars. So they're the kind of artists I have to compete with, so that really motivates me. I just enjoy what I do, and I don't see it as a job. I just see it as a way of life, kind of. Yeah.
You may not be able to answer this, but this whole Team UK thing that's been branded about, do you think it's a publicity stunt, or do you, like, because some people think that they just say this, like, you know, because this is what everyone is latching on to, or does everyone really get on well? Like, how are people moving together and seeing into enough unity?
I think regardless of whether people get on or not, because I know, you know, a lot of artists probably have disagreements and stuff. I think it's more an appreciation rather than, you know, something to just latch onto, or just kind of a smokescreen thing. I think the whole Team UK thing is just appreciation for each other, doing well and coming up.
You are Miss Musical, isn't it?
Yeah.
First of all, tell me, how is it going on TV? Because I remember it was on Sundays at like around 2 o'clock.
Every Sunday, yeah.
So after church, I'll come in, I'll watch you guys. But how is it coming off? You know when you come off that, and it's like, what was the reaction, and how did you adjust to, like, not being on TV in front of like millions of people anymore?
Before I went on, I was really young. I was like 16, 17 or something, and we had to see a psychiatrist before we went on the show, and he had to test to see whether we'd be able to cope with it. And the one thing he did say is, when you come off of the show, about 3 to 6 months later, you'll go into depression. And I was like, really? Why would I go into depression? What the hell? Lucky for me, I came off the show and things were consistent. Like that's when I got signed to Universal. I brought a song out, so it was kind of like loads of ups. It just gradually kept going up and up. But I still kept in contact with a lot of the other guys, and they weren't really doing much, and they were finding it really hard. But you kind of have to use that experience to your advantage, and you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You have to go and get it. But it was really hard. Being on the show was hard, because we wasn't allowed to have mobiles, use the internet, leave the house. I wasn't allowed to speak to my mum, so it was the first time I was away from home.
It's like Big Brother then, isn't it?
Yeah, it was from the same people that make Big Brother as well, yeah. But it was one of the biggest things for me, taught me so much about being professional. You know, it taught me a lot about hard work and grafting, and it's kind of stuck with me, so I was blessed.
Now fashion, you know, people can't really see. We've been seeing a photo shoot where, you know, you're turning into a fashionista. So, so like the ladies, they're gonna look like, you know, where does Mz Bratt? Where does she go to shop? What makeup does she use? What hair? Because you got the hair game on lock, Team Natural. So, you know, for the ladies, you know, what kind of things do you actually, you know, where do you go get your stuff? What products do you use?
Right, I'll start with my products. My hair, I don't do anything to it.
You're gonna get them jealous now. You're saying you don't do
No,
anything to
I don't. It's just so bushy. I can't, like, I don't know. I have dyed my hair though, so I will say that I've dyed my hair. But yeah, I don't put anything in it. I just wash it, and then it just goes big, and then I just wake up and it's just bigger the next day. Makeup and stuff, I don't really, like, I do wear makeup, but I try not to because I'm not used to wearing makeup, so sometimes it brings out spots and stuff. But just light makeup, like just cream, foundation, just light stuff. Don't do that heavy kind of orange. It's not good look.
Yeah, with the neckline, you can see the
Yeah. Hopefully mine's will learn. Yeah, and I like quirky things, like I've got this little feather in my hair, in my earring. I do a lot of shopping Topshop, River Island, and markets as well. I love like markets, like Camden Market, little kind of back street places, Portobello Market, and just, yeah, where else? I always find like weird little quirky things in weird little places, so you just got to find like the weird shops.
Amarudontv. It is what it is. Right. Okay.
What's going on? It's your girl Mz Bratt, and you can check me out on Amarudontv. It is what it is.
Amarudontv. You said dot. I know, but
did I say dot?
Yeah.
Oh no, Don.
Okay, you're gonna make
Don.
a cut. You're gonna make a cut.
You made the
Special people.
How does it get?
I get it.
Go.
Cool. Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Mz Bratt, and you can check me out on Amarudontv. It is what it is.
Amarudon.
What did I do? I did .tv, didn't I? Again.
Amarudontv.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. Amarudontv. It is what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Mz Bratt, and you can catch me on Amarudontv. It is what it is.